English with Deck.
Hi guys, Deck from Deck English here with another episode of English with Deck. Okay, so I hope everyone is enjoying themselves, being productive and making the most out of their time. And hey, as always, if you feel like you're maybe being a bit, unproductive or procrastinating, don't worry, just snap out of it and you can do better. But no. This is not a motivational podcast. This is an English language podcast with motivational tips. Okay. Before we go off topic completely, I just wanted to share about recently in my house, we are planning a trip back to England from Japan. And we've been trying to get back over there for a while now. However, there has always been one thing or another happening or meaning that we don't need to go for whatever reason. So when we first came to Japan, we intended to go that following year, but obviously there was Corona happened, so that pretty much stopped travel for a period of time. And then after that, my mother actually managed to come to Japan. So we didn't really, and then we should have done, but we didn't really have the time after that to go back over to England and Europe. And then fast forward a few years, things just got in the way a little bit, and we sort of intended to, but it just got pushed back, and the priority sort of decreased bit by bit. However, with parents getting older and kids getting older at the same time, it's definitely more important than ever to sort of put, for use of a better word, get our asses into gear and sort of get our skates on and move. So me and my wife, we sort of came to the conclusion last year, in 2026, we will really make every effort to get over there. Now, a little bit of backstory as why it has been pushed back so much. Well, for me, it's not so simple as sort of going to England and then just spending my time at my parents' house and then going back to Japan. It's not as simple as that, simply because my mother lives in England and my father lives in Ireland, which does add a bit of, extra time, extra cost, and extra travel needed. Not a problem at all. It's absolutely a fantastic opportunity to see two amazing countries, two amazing people, including step-parents, of course. And, of course, on top of that, it's a fantastic opportunity for my wife and kids to experience the two cultures at the same time. Sort of two birds, one stone kind of deal. But yes, because of that, it does add the extra cost, the time, etc. Anyway, we have recently been doing quite a bit of flight hunting, and it is ridiculous how much this takes over your life, Maybe, I don't know, more so with kids, I guess, or maybe you just have less time to dedicate to it in one go, so then you're spending more time whenever you get a chance, if that makes sense. And it just feels like, as I said, last year we decided, and then since the beginning of this year we've been casually hunting, but then in the past few weeks we started to notice some good deals for the back end of this year. And of course it's going to be cold, it'll be probably rainy a bit, but you know, you get some good weather at that time of year. And of course, there are Christmas markets, New Year celebrations, and lots of lovely traditions happening at that time of year in both countries. So we notice these deals, and if you time it right, it's actually quite cheap. If you time it wrong, it really does hike up the price because people travelling for Christmas and New Year to see their families. Anyway, so we found this period, this window of opportunity, and we were like, that's it, that's what we're going for. You know, it gives us just over half a year to sort of get all the arrangements into place, get all the issues involved sorted, you know, all the finer details finalized. So for the past few weeks, we've really been, every spare opportunity is spent pretty much flight hunting, researching, trying to find and make sure you've got the best deal. And then, you know, the flight path, obviously, it's not so straightforward. So first we were going to go Tokyo to Dublin. You have to go via London in that case, and then we'd have gone Dublin to my father's house, and then a bit around Ireland, then to England, and then back. And then the initial trip was from England back to Ireland, and then you go back to Tokyo via England. And that was just, wow, that's pretty long. And then we changed it a little bit, so we fly out of England, and that made a bit more sense, but because you save money with one leg of the journey, and then obviously you've got the time factor there, and then we came up with another solution which saved a bit more money. So we're looking, option 3 is looking very promising right now. But the time and effort involved in searching for this, let alone the financial, let alone the money, forget about that for a second. The time and energy being put into searching for these flights it's like a second job, or third maybe. It's incredible, you know. I will be happy once we have finally booked these flights. And, you know, it's quite funny, really. Booking flights is never easy, especially when costs are rising. General travel advisories are out there. So, you know, you have to adjust your flight path, be careful of your flight time. So there are so many things to think about. And honestly, I will be happy when it's done. But anyway, if any of you are planning any trips anytime soon, if any of you are struggling with these booking itineraries, don't worry, we are all in the same boat. And good luck to you. Okay guys, well that's all for today. Rant over, and I hope you enjoy yourselves doing whatever you're doing, wherever you are. Keep on studying, and bye for now. See you next time.